Hello everybody and welcome back to the Idiot's Guide to Hearthstone. I am stealwing33 and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be playing with a Grimey Goons deck. So I sat down and I retooled the shit out of this deck a little bit. It's still pretty... It's still pretty Grimey Goonsy. It's still a lot like the default deck, but that's mostly because the default deck was actually like pretty good to start with. But I have a couple new things. First, I included a couple useful Brewmasters. They're very good because I can bounce cards like the Grime Street Outfitter. I can bounce Don Honcho or back to my hand. I could bounce. It has a lot of targets that are good for getting bounced back to my hand. Enough where giving two of them feels like a good idea. Because even just doing it to Don Honcho twice is like kind of ridiculous. I did it earlier on the Doppelgangster, who's the other one. Ended up with like a 15-15 Doppelgangster by the time I played it. Fucking crazy shit. Doppelgangster also being included. 5 mana 2/2 summons 2 copies of itself. Ridiculous in this deck. Because of the amount of buffing and how late this card pops out, it normally comes out as a minimum as like a 5/5 or an 8/8. Having 3 5/5s or 8/8s for 5 is fucking crazy. It's a lot of value and it's a lot of threats to throw down on the board all at once. It's really good. Probably the new, what's it called? It's the Everyone Get In Here card. It was, Dark Brew Brawler or something like that from fucking BlackRock. What's the name of this card? Hold on a minute. It's Grim Patron. The new Grim Patron. That's what this Doppelgangster is. It was a kind of junky looking 5 mana card that's like, I'm pretty sure it's going to be broken as shit. Yeah, so we're going to go with it. We're going to see how it works. It's not a bad deck. I was thinking about possibly including Bran in it. Actually, let's take a look at it for a second. Did I include Bran? I did not. Let's take out an Aldor Peacekeeper for Bran. Bran's really good in this deck. There's tons of really hardcore battle cries to throw out. Grime Street Outfitter, the fucking Don Honcho, all of those. And you can play Don Honcho and Bran on the same turn, get the double thing going. It's good. It's good stuff. Yeah, let's do that. That'll be fun. I'm surprised I didn't include him in there earlier. The deck's been doing pretty well. I've been winning pretty consistently with it. I think I lost like 1 out of 8 last like couple hours I've been playing. I do test these decks a little bit before I show them on the show. At least I have been lately. A lot, like, before I was sort of building them and then I was gonna, like, tool them as we went, but the tooling process for me takes a long time because I'm kind of dumb and I'm not very good at deck building. So, you know, I got that going against me, which isn't great. Grime Street Enforcer is really good, but I've never had one live on the board for more than a turn. It's almost as threatening as, what's his douche? Emperor Thaurissan. So, you know, that's kind of bad. We're going to dump Ardent Squire. I'm going to hold on to Smuggler's Run for when we have some like higher value cards. In particular, I'm looking for Doppelgangster to be in my hand before I start really playing a lot of my buffing cards. Just more stuff, more creatures in my hand. Having the Acolyte of Pain get buffed actually isn't that bad. I've done it before, and even having him just be a 2/4 makes him kind of like really valuable. Because there's just more damage you can take. That's not bad. But really, like I said, I'm looking for like Doppelgangster to be in my hand before I really start unloading these things, because that's our win condition, is getting Doppelgangster onto the board. Yeah, I mean, I want to. Let's do this. Next turn we'll use the True Silver Champion to wipe that guy out. It sucks because I'm not drawing any of my stuff that I want right now. Normally by now I've picked up at least like 1 or 2 like semi-decent cards to roll with. But I'm not picking those up right now. Double True Silver Champion isn't bad though. We'll just roll out. Autobots, roll out. Not bad, not bad. We either want to have 4 monsters in our hand, or we want to have Doppelgangster. Because Doppelgangster gives every one of these cards triple value. Really loading those Jade Idols in, man. He's gonna be playing for the late game too, so not bad. Let's do this now. Because that'll make this guy into a card that I can play right now. Which is not bad. And then we'll just ignore the Jade Golem, I think. We'll play that. There you go. So when he dies, since he's a 2/3 right now, I'll get a card for it. It's not bad. It's basically a 2-mana 2/3 with a card draw death rattle. Not bad. I played dumber cards. That's not great. That's not great at all. I'm really drawing like a shitty part of my deck right now, actually. Which is embarrassing because it's my first video, like first time doing this thing on camera. There's Brewmaster. We'll play you out. We'll run out the Acolyte, and we'll try to draw up some stuff here. We'll definitely play True Silver Champion next turn. We'll see what he does, and I'll play True Silver Champion, depending on that. Because we can always do Keeper of Uldamon, and then wipe it out. We have options, is what I'm trying to get at there. 4/5's not bad either. That's only with... The thing is, like, you gotta remember that even with just 1+1/+1 on a lot of the cards in my hand, we're still, like, rolling really hard for, like, a lot of good stuff right now. There's Doppelgangster, finally. Let's go ahead and do this. I feel like that was, like, a good move on my part. And then we'll run these two out. Not bad. Doppelgangster Vanilla, awful. Terrible card. Should not be played under any circumstances. But if we can make it the only card in my hand and I get Don Honcho, like, we're gonna see some shit. When I get this thing up to 88 miles an hour, we're gonna see some shit. The Cthulhu's worrying me because we're getting kind of low. But honestly, it's not that bad. I want to consecrate here, and then we're gonna consecrate Grime Street Outfitter bounce, I think is what we're gonna do. But after I clear out some of the stuff here. So let's do this. Let's do that. And then let's trade like this so I can draw a card. Which is equality. Not great. Grime Street Outfitter. Good. Bounce the Outfitter. Good. Right. Not a bad play. Not bad. The Cthulhu's probably going to come down soon. So we really need to, like, get a move on here. Because we're, like, really in a bad way right now. Like, in a really, really bad way right now. That's not great. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to equality. We're going to poke. And we're going to play you and this. And end our turn. Alright, there we go. Alright, not bad. You can play Cthulhu right now when we probably... we're not going to die, probably, from him playing Cthulhu right now. But it's getting kind of dicey. A little bit. Alright, what do we want to do here? We'll do this. Into this. Into that. What we could do is... I hadn't even thought about that. If we play Bran into Doppelgangster, we'll get... fucking 5 creatures immediately. Even 5 4/4s for... like, that's fucking crazy. I think we're gonna do that so that I don't get murked by fucking Cthulhu, who I'm almost positive is in this guy's hand.
Who knows what secrets will uncover, boys?
Then we're gonna return him to my hand. Alright, so he does not return to my hand as a as a 4/4. That would have been great, but we'll put it back in my hand. I feel like that's not a bad move. We also have a really decent board right now, which is really strong. I feel pretty good. Hey, look at that! Not so bad. This is definitely like a mid-range deck, which is really in my wheelhouse of like stuff that I like to play. So I'm enjoying the deck. It's pretty strong too. I'll be honest. It's a good deck. It's pretty good. We'll see how well it performs as I get higher and higher. Right now I'm seeing a lot of like aggro decks, and I'm seeing a lot of like people are experimenting a lot right now, so it's not really a good like gauge of how good the deck is, like relative to the actual like quality of the cards in the game. I'm gonna keep Doppelgangster in my hands just so that we can like clear that out of my way real early, and then we're gonna coin out the Outfitter, I think, because this is like a really good hand to have the Outfitter into. It's a ridiculously good hand to have this Outfitter into. That's like a really strong opening play here. Because then we'll play Mean Street Marshal next turn, probably, if I had to guess. I want to push the buffing of my own dudes a little bit further, but I'm not sure... I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not, if that makes sense. I'll play one of them. Fuck 'em. I know we could have kept buffing, right? Like, we could have waited for, like, my other Grime Street guy or, you know, some other stuff like that. But, this feels okay because now we have a lot of board presence. We have a lot of really difficult to remove board presence as well. Even if she's got, like, Silence or something like that in her hand, it should be okay. Shadow Word Pain sucks, but whatever, it's fine. It's actually not that bad in the grand scheme of things here. Another Doppelgangster. Not bad. This... we'll just trade in for that. He didn't die. I thought he was going to die. I guess I wasn't paying attention very well. Yeah, that's a 2-3. What the hell am I on about? Twilight Drake's not great. Really weak Twilight Drake, though. So we're just going to get rid of that right quick here. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, not bad. I'm thinking about trying to include the one that buffs a random creature in her hand with +2/+2. I feel like that might be a good idea. I just gotta figure out what it is that I want to remove for that, if that makes sense. Because like there isn't like there's room for the deck to, like, there's room for stuff to get removed or pulled out depending on, like, how good it is. But, you know, I'm not good at, like, heat mapping the performance of my cards, which is why I'm a bad deck builder, right? So, like, I just sort of build stuff on a theme, and, like, it works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Working off of a theme is, like, a really strong idea, because, like, it keeps you focused on, like, what's good and what isn't, but, like... You know, I'm really good at building Paladin decks. Like, very good at building Paladin decks. That guy's a 5/6 asshole. Discover a dragon in my opponent's deck. I don't think I have a dragon in my deck. It's not one that I'm aware of. I'm trying to decide what I want to do here. Let's do the equality play here. Oh, sweet. And then we'll play Smuggler's Run and buff everybody in my hand. Then we'll play you, and we'll play that. There we go. Next turn we'll play Grime Street Enforcer, and he'll buff everybody. He's going to be a little hard to remove because he's in that awkward 5 mana or 5 attack place, so he's a little bit too weak to be killed by Shadow Word Death, and he's a little bit too strong to be killed by Shadow Word Pain. So she's going to have to try to hard remove him with stuff. Not great. Not great. Them getting my honcho's not great. Not happy about that at all. Another Grime Street Enforcer. Let's play the 4 mana one for, or the 4 health one for right now. We'll end our turn here. There we go. The doppelgangsters are getting kind of nuts. Soon we shall see what can be done about this. That 10-10 Ragnaros the Light Lord's kind of great too. Ha! Sucks to be you. Tanks to you. Alright, let's Aldor Honcho, and then we'll just trade out for it. And then we'll play this bad boy. And then we'll get another hit on the doppelgangsters and an 11-11 Ragnaros the Light Lord. So then he's gonna have to trade his 8-8 in, and I'm gonna be able to trade it out for that. You know, I'm thinking about it, it probably would have been better to make that guy into a 1-8 and then trade into Honcho. Whatever, it's fine. Hopefully get Lance Carrier, that would be cool. No, it looks like we didn't get Lance Carrier, but we did get Brewmaster. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna trade here. We're gonna see what we get out of it. Keep Revoldemon. So let's do this into this. There we go. Alright, what do you got? I got doppelgangsters for days.
What is Elun's will?
I don't know. What is Ulun's will? What, can you heal me? Maybe I'll tell you. We're hanging in there. We're pretty healthy right now. I might want to include some forbidden healings in this deck because they're really strong. But I'm not sure what it is that I want to do about any of this at the moment. Can't tell if somebody was knocking on my door or not. Excavated Evil's not great. Kills all the hurt creatures too, though. That seemed like a silly choice here. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run out Ragnaros. And he's gonna heal me, or hopefully heal. I was like, he can either heal me or he's gonna heal the doppelgangster. Either one's good for me right now. If she doesn't have mind control or Shadow Word Death, we'll be fine. Entomb's not great, but you know, honestly, there are worse things that could have happened.
No. Trust me.
Alright, Grime Street Outfitter, let's do this. Into this. Into this again. Into this. Trade. Smash. There we go. So this doppelgangster's now a 7/7, which is good. The buffing is so strong. It's a lot of fun. It takes a little bit to set up. Like, this is not a fast deck. It feels balanced because like I'm pulling out all the stops to make all the buffing happen, but you know, I don't know if this would work. Like, it's not fast. There are ways to beat this. A lot of it's just like, if you aggro me, I'm fucked. Like, this deck's really good against mid-range decks. It's really good against it's good against a couple deck types for certain, but you know, there begs in the question, like, we're gonna save the other Brewmaster, by the way, for Don Honcho, if I can. In fact, I want to drop the doppelgangster, but let's hold on to it. I'd rather hold on to it and know that, like, we're gonna have a way to get out of it. Like, in the event that she, like, clears our board somehow, I want to be able to know that I'll be able to drop something kind of beefy to, like, get around it. Pint-sized potions, a very strong card. She renoed. What are you gonna do? What's your plan? What's story? Morning glory. What's the word? Hummingbird. Heal me, heal me. It'll be funny. Alright. Here we go. Pop you out like that. Let's draw a card. Probably should have drawn first and then done that. Lance Carrier's not bad. Straight into you. And then let's Lance Carrier my dude, and we'll kill his dude. There we go. Really I gotta remember that you should draw first so that I can see stuff. We got lucky this time. It wasn't that bad, but still. That brand's really good though. Actually, let's hold on to... What's gonna hold on to that Brewmaster, I think. Okay, goodbye! So he's got his brand out on the board, which sucks because I wasn't able to really deal with it. But I've also got I got 5/7/7 doppelgangsters on the board, which even on a good day is going to be a little hard to deal with here. And he's got to kill my brand, or he risks me doing more shit like that. Particularly, like, if I draw Don Hancho next turn, he's going to get really messed up. Like, really, really messed up. 7, 14, 21, 28, 32. I win if he doesn't kill any of my 7/7s. Or play a taunt. Doomsayer, huh? Yeah, alright, so I win, because he didn't kill any of my taunts. I'm just gonna ignore his Doomsayer. Well played! Alright. I'm glad that worked out. And I'm glad I held on to that fucking second doppelgangster. Don't get me wrong, I'm like still low on the ladder here. But like, it's not bad. It's not a bad deck. I was gonna do it for this episode though, because we did win 2 out of our 3 games here. I do have a couple other ones to look at. We got a pirate deck, a rogue pirate deck that I made based on the. I make a lot of my decks based on the formulas. They give me a good artwork with. We got Murloc Shaman, we got Demon Demolock, and we got this custom rogue deck that I built, which is based on the idea of trying to do Jade Golems. It's a pretty decent deck. We'll get to that on a different episode of the Idiot's Guide to Hearthstone. So with that, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys like what you saw, let me know. If you guys want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date on when I post more videos. And if you really like what you saw, leave a like. Helps the channel grow, helps me out a great deal. But of course, with that, thank you all so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!